This is the story of Whiteville, North Carolina. And this is the story of when I got a blunt's worth of weed for a 6-pack of Modelo and 2 Newport packs.
It's expensive fucking blunt.
It was an expensive ass fucking blunt for sure. And it was a halfer as well. It was no fucking full gram blunt. It was a half gram. But basically, I had just gotten back from getting alcohol from the liquor store, kind of without asking Lacey for the most part. So I was a little lit, and and I decided I was hungry, and all we had was ramen noodles and other shit because we were still broke from moving to the next Airbnb location or wherever the apartment we were staying in. And shut up. Yeah, the apartment with no windows. That's fucking crazy. I had to explain that. But anyways, I was drunk and I was hungry, and I saw that there was a gas station like a mile away. And this is when we only had the car, we didn't even have the trailer. And so I decided to go take a walk. And I was brave, and I decided to go take a walk to go find this gas station, see if they had some food. And I decided to take my pistol with me as well, because I don't know this area, and the name of the fucking town is Whiteville, North Carolina. So that's a big red flag. And but there's more black people there than white people, so that's one of those interesting facts.
Racist family runs the town.
Yeah, a racist family runs the town. Different story. So I'm walking down the street, and all of a sudden this dude comes stumbling off these steps when I'm like almost to the gas station, just like a block away. And it's dark out, there's no lights on this street. He just stumbles out in the street, and it's like, hey man, what you getting into? So I was like, yeah, he's drunk too. So we had a little drunk conversation of like, I was like, nothing man, you know, I'm just trying to go find some food. He's like, man, you don't want to go to this gas station over here, this shit it's old. And I was like, I don't care, man. I'm hungry. And he was like, well, what you trying to get into? And I mean, if you're black or you've done drugs before, kids, you know that means, like, you know, what pleases you, what's your toxic, what's your poison. And so I was like, you know, you got some weed? He was like, yeah, how much you need? I was like, well, I mean, I don't have any cash on me. I'm still drunk at this point. I'm like, I don't have any cash on me, but I got my girl's credit card, and you know, I can, you know, buy you something or something like that, exchange for like a blunt or whatever. And he was like, yeah, we could work something out, man. And like, he goes back into the house and he starts talking to the lady, and he comes out and he starts walking with me. He's like, yeah man, you just gotta buy her 2 packs of Newports. So I get one, she gets one, and then yeah, well, I'll give you a blunt. And I was like, bet. So we go over there, and this is one of those gas stations that the whole hood hangs out around. Like, everybody, stray cats, stray dogs, fucking kids on tricycles. Yeah, stray kids. And we go in there, and I buy him the Newports, and I get myself a diamond, because he actually wanted to smoke with me at first, but I was like, nah, it's probably not gonna happen. But I got some diamonds because those are my favorite swishers. And we started walking back, and I get up to the house with him, and he fucking walks in there, and he's like, he starts talking to her, and I'm sitting outside on the porch, and I'm sitting out there with this other dude that's like damn near passed out drunk, sitting next to me, trying to talk to me, and I can't understand a goddamn word what he was saying to me. He was all mush mouth, like the South out there. And eventually the girl comes out and like looks at me and was like, you don't know this man. You don't know this guy. Like, and I'm just like, this is very true. In my head I'm just like, fuck, she's right. Like, I mean, I wouldn't trust somebody that just walked up to my fucking doorstep either. And fucking we shut up. Laughing at me. tired. Anyways, I'm on the doorstep waiting outside with this other dude that's drunk as shit. She's like, you don't know him, and he like goes in and he's like, I'll get it for you, bro, I got you. So I would sit out there with the dude that's drunk. He's talking to me, trying to ask me about life and shit, and I can't understand him at the same time. And eventually he goes inside, and I guess he ends up like going in there and like grabbing the lady who owns the house, grabbing her ass or something. And that like started a conflict, and there was yelling and shit, and I'm just sitting outside just listening to this. I'm like, fuck, what have I got myself into just for a fucking gram of weed? Like like what the fuck? And eventually the dude comes out and he's like took a walk with me, bro. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck is gonna happen? I got my backpack kind of clenched to me because I'm like, I got my gun in here just in case I need to pop off on anybody, you know, bang bang, you know, all that shit. And we get back to the fucking grocery store, and this man, he's like, all right, you just buy me this Modelo. And I'm like, all right, fine, whatever, just get me out of this situation. Fuck it, I'll buy you some Modelo. And he picked up a fucking 6-pack, and I'm like, god damn it, 6-packs Modelos at fucking gas station are expensive. And so I invested like fucking $25 into all of this just for a fucking half gram of weed, which he hands to me, not in a bag, but like just into my hand, while we're walking back from the store the second time. And I'm like, what the fuck, what am I supposed to do with this? So I like throw out one of my blunts and put it in there with the other blunt, because it didn't even feel like a full fucking gram. So I was like, fuck it. And then get up to the house and start talking to him again. And then I leave like real shortly after. And I get home, or wherever we were staying, which was basically an office space. And it was converted into an apartment for us, and so it had no windows whatsoever, which is perfect for Lacey because she doesn't she works third shift, can't hardly ever sleep with lights on. And it was very anxiety inducing, smoking in that bathroom and then having all the walls surround you with no windows to see outside. And first time I smoked in like fucking 2 months or a month or so, and man, I was panicked. But that was a crazy little experience. And eventually one time I fucking was walking to the gas station again during the day, and I see this dude, he like starts hollering, he's like, hey, big fella. And this man, by the way, his name is Five. His nickname was Five. Like, when he told me, like, he was like, what's your name? I was like, DJ. He's like, alright, he's like, DJ, they call me Five. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, they call you Five, like Five what? Like, I don't. Anyways, he fucking, I see him on the street, he hollered at me, like, come here, big fella, come here. And he was like, you know, what you need? And I was like, an eighth. I was like, let me get an eighth. And he was like, shit, that's gonna be like $175. I was like, $175? Like, bro, I used to live in Colorado, so prices are a little bit lower there for me. So I don't I don't want that either. That's a little high priced. And fucking, I go to the gas station and a couple days pass, and the lady that was at the first incident, the one that owns the house, she calls me over because I'm walking to the gas station again because my fat ass wants some fucking soda and candy. And she calls me over and she was like, hey, so Five told me the other day that you wanted an 8-ball. I was like, an 8-ball? I was like, no, I told this man an eighth, and he told me $175. So I said, no thank you. And she was like, I told that man, I said, he don't do cocaine, look at him, look how big he don't do cocaine. And I was like, you're fucking right, no, fucking, I just wanted an eighth. And she was like, well, let me know next time you need something, come to me. I was like, bet, there's my connect. And I bought weed from her once, and I was filled with anxiety again, so that was the last fucking time. And then we moved. And that is the end of that fucking story.